Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Mike Lunsborough, Grant Pollock, and today we want to talk about the Calgary Flames. Grant, first thing I wanted to point out, everyone's excited about the short season. We are, and I'd like to see a 50-game season. I think that'd be perfect. But
every year.
Yeah, every year. Last year at this time, after 48 games, the Calgary Flames were in 12th spot. So, you still have to, all these expectations, you still have to play good hockey and you still need some help. But one thing I wanted to talk to you about was the injury bug that's hit the team early so far this season. And the second question, who's going to play center?
Yeah, two good questions. I think the injury bug I'm not concerned about right now because this seems to happen a lot at this time of year with the Flames. Jarome Iginla missed training camp last year. Did he play in a preseason game? I don't think he did. No. And then he played every game in the regular season. He has a slight groin pull from his practices at Winsport at COP before training camp. I'm not concerned. In fact, he's probably going to be back on the ice before the first season starts. Roman Cervenka. Now, he had a blood clot. He's taking blood thinners.
Not paint thinners.
I always want to say paint thinners. I do.
If
he is taking paint thinners, they're in trouble. But he's taking blood thinners.
It's not that bad.
And he's going to see a specialist in the U.S. So when he comes back, that to me is the big concern right now. Jiri Hudler, his father, passed away, so he had to go back to the Czech Republic. He's going to miss training camp. He probably won't be around for the first regular season game on Sunday against San Jose. So I wouldn't worry about the injuries, Mike. I think it's going to be okay. There's no serious knee injuries or shoulder injuries at this point. My big concern for the Flames is at center. Every good team needs a good center. Now, I've been saying this about the Flames for a whole lot of years because I guess Craig Conroy was their best center back in 03, 04, like that. He was pretty good back then working with Jarome Iginla. Before that, you have to go back to Joe Nieuwendyk to find a strong go-to game breaker center. They've not had that for a lot of years. Your centerman this year could be Michael Backlund, Alex Tanguay or Mike Camilleri, Blair Jones as your defensive centerman, Matt Stajan, and Roman Cervenka.
Whoa. Is
that good enough to be a challenger for the playoffs in the NHL? I'd say no.
No.
So if I'm making a prediction this year, and there's one thing I want Jay Feaster to do, find a center, a good playmaking, strong center somewhere. I know they're not going to fall from trees.
What would they have to offer in terms of a trade to get that player?
I think they've got some excess players on defense, even some guys in the minors who are ready to make the next jump to the NHL. For instance, Steve McCarthy he was over in Europe last year, played for Bob Hartley in Switzerland, played for Bob Hartley in Atlanta. He's been hurt a lot of years. He is on a tryout. Perhaps he could make the team and they could afford to trade somebody away. Maybe as big as a Jay Bouwmeester, I don't know, but somebody like that. To me, it's on defense. Now, they've got a lot of excess forwards they could trade. Does anybody really want them? I don't know. But they've got a lot of, I think, defensemen. That is where they probably could make a deal.
Do you expect Bouwmeester's role to change at all this year in more of an offensive-oriented scheme? Dennis Wideman coming here, already known for his offensive attributes. Jay Feaster, he was the best defenseman they had last year. His point production, though, certainly went down compared to other years.
I'm excited about the defense this year. They're not very tough, though. I don't know who's going to keep guys around clear in front of the net. But what you say with Wideman, with Giordano, and with Jay Bouwmeester, I think Jay Bouwmeester will excel under Bob Hartley. Bob Hartley, when he coached Atlanta, saw Bouwmeester a lot because Bouwmeester played for the Florida Panthers. They're in the Southeast Division. So I think Hartley's going to give Bouwmeester the green light to go as much as he can as opposed to staying back more often. And I think that just plays into Bouwmeester's hands. We'll finally see what he really can do as an offensive player because he's been criticized for not scoring enough, not getting enough points. So if he can't do it under Bob Hartley's style, then I guess he'll never do it.
Okay. Playing devil's advocate, he didn't get the points, but how many minutes did he log every year, and how many
shutdown guy?
And basically, that's what the Sutters wanted him to do, really.
Yeah. But I think the Flames need some offense. Like if he can be jumping in, and there's those players in the NHL when you've got those rover type players. I think they're so effective, and they're hard to stop. because they can just be in the rush, they can get back fast, they can set up the offense, they can do defense. Do more of that more often. I think it bodes well for the Flames offense.